Good afternoon. My name is Miss Gwen. I will be delivering my informative speech. Ma'am, have you taken anything today? Yes, as a matter of fact, BC Powder. By the looks of her EKG, she is having a heart attack and a big one. Many of us rely on over the counter medicines. Why? Because they're inexpensive, they don't require a prescription, and for the most part, they've been passed down as a family remedy. BC Powder, a brand of aspirin, is produced for body aches, headaches, any other thing related to the body in aches. However, in my firsthand experience, although it has been helpful and has saved my life, on some instances it has almost helped take my life. Today, I want to share the benefits and the risk of consuming BC powder or any form of aspirin if not advised in a responsible, proper manner. Created in 1906, Durham, North Carolina, BC powder is made up of aspirin, which Bayer synthesized and manufactured in 1899 from the willow bark tree, nature's natural medicine for over 4,000 years in caffeine, which help aids in pain relief. Since BC is a powder, it goes into our bloodstream easily, more faster, without the traditional consumption of a tablet. Growing up, whenever someone had a pain in their body, whatever it is, from my father's migraines to my mother's rheumatoid arthritis, BC powder and a Coke was the go-to, though I had never seen it in action for myself until the summer of 1996 when I was 14 years old. My mother was in Colorado for a whole week. My brother was to come and check up on me. That particular extremely sizzling, sweltering hot day, my head started slowly hurting and throbbing. I started losing vision, it was getting blurry. My speech started getting slurred. My tummy started hurting. At some point, I passed out and I hid up under the piano bench because that was the only place I could hide from the dark, from the light. It was so dark. When my brother came, he thought I was drunk until I was able to let him know that no, my head has been hurting for hours. I don't know what's wrong. He put two and two together and decided she has a migraine. He went and got me a BC powder, poured it down my throat, and opened an ice cold can of Coca-Cola and made me take a gulp. Within the hour, the whole hour, my migraine was gone. It was like magic. It was like nothing happened. That was my first experience with BC powder and my knowledge to the generational curse of the migraines. Over the years, I began to use BC powder. I started my adulthood very early. I became a mother at 19 with little money and no insurance. BC powder was my saving grace, from toothaches to the continued migraines to the sinus pains to any and everything. And unfortunately, the migraines ran on to each and every one of my 5 children, and not knowing better, I would give them a pinch to help aid them. Even when I was able to take them to the doctor, they didn't tell me anything to help them. But BC is what was tried and true for the Risby's family. Now, with that being said, although it's good, it can have its adverse and bad effects. If abused, BC powder can lead to liver damage. Aspirin can lead to asthmatic flare-ups, which happened to me on a couple occasions. I almost lost my life due to severe asthma attacks, not knowing that the BC powder was playing a part of that. It is not recommended to give to children or teens. A rare but life fatal syndrome, Ray's syndrome, can happen where it shuts the liver and swells the brain down, and it is what it is. They can and will die. And although it helps with the clot many years later, as I've had this heart attack not even a year ago, it helped prevent and slow down, as I was told by the medical professionals. Although I ended up coding had I not taken the BC, they wouldn't have had time to get me to the hospital to continue the work. So it stopped the heart attack, and I take it now to prevent blood clots. However, if I was to abuse it, then I can bleed out. And in the event of emergency where I'm losing blood, I would not be able to clot. My experiences with BC powder has taught me that accessibility to easiness does not always mean safe. While this medication is provided fast relief, even helps save my life, it also caused me harm, and I'm sure others out there. Understanding proper dosage, risk, and individual health conditions is essential. BC powder is neither entirely good or bad, but it can be and is powerful when used correctly.